Player 2 has joined the game.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 253 of the Two Player Co-op Podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts here, Kevin, along with my brother from my mother, Sean.
How we doing?
Fantastic. If this is the first time you're seeing, hearing, or listening to us, this is the Two Player Co-op Podcast, where just about every week, two brothers get together to tell you everything you need to know about in the world of video games. If you like that, make sure to like the video, subscribe, share it with your friends, family, and everyone in betwixt. If you also listen to us on audio services, Sean, he minimized his screen. If you're listening on audio services, give us a thumbs up, 5-star review, or whatever your service does. If you really like us, you can go to patreon.com/2playercoop. I almost said stores. Just like our affiliates, James Solar, Sarah Solar, John Tingley, and Nuke Dukem did, as well as our producers, Steve Appleton, Antsu, Vernon Slayton, and Dustin Downs. If you like cool t-shirts and all of the merch stuff, you can go to teespring.com/stores/2playercoop. Rasan said he ordered a shirt. Now, I don't know if that's true or not because I have not checked the site, but that'll be the first shirt that we've had ordered in a long time.
Oh, like just recently?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
In the last week. So we did reach out to Ember Labs to try to get review codes for Kenna Bridge of Spirits. And apparently, since it's out tomorrow and we have not gotten anything back yet, I don't think we got the review codes. But what's your hype level? And I will say this before you answer that. Like I was texting you earlier, I'm a little bit nervous that the game's out tomorrow and the review embargo is not up. I don't care what the reviews say. I'm going to play this, but it does make me a little bit nervous. Where are you at? Because I feel like this, never having played it for a second, I feel like this could be a contender for Game of the Year right now.
See, my hype level is not that high.
Okay.
I'm thinking it looks like it's right up our alley. I think it's got a chance to be very good. But if it's like a 7.5, 8, I feel like I'm happy with that. I'm not expecting like a 10 or anything like that. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. And yeah, I'm going to get it most likely also, regardless of what the reviews say, unless the reviews come out and it's like, this game is not at all what you think.
Right.
If it's what we think it is and some people just don't like it, I don't care. I'm getting the game. But
I have not pre-ordered it yet, but if tomorrow hits and the reviews are like a 55 on Metacritic, then I'm going to be like, okay, I don't know that I need to play this, but as long as it's like a 70 or above, I think I'm good. John, the air fryer that I have is, I'm not sure what kind it is, but it's the kind where it's like a big like egg. And if you're watching this and you're not a Patreon subscriber, you have no idea why the hell we're talking about this. But it's like it's got the big drawer that you pull out, and it's got the thing on the bottom. You can do different layers and stuff. That's what I do my potatoes in. You have like the.
I've got it's a Ninja.
The countertop.
It's a Ninja. It's basically a toaster oven with air fryer capability built in. So it's not a deep basket like yours. It's just like a big, like yay big but shallow basket. We love it though. I warm up all my pizza in it. We do Kira's chicken nuggets in it. They come out like nice and crispy.
Also,
they're so good.
Hot
Pockets, air fried Hot Pockets are amazing. I love it. I use it for pretty much everything.
Awesome. Yes.
And I've made like from scratch like chicken wings in it. They're fantastic. They're not quite as good as like fried, but they're fantastic if you get the right sauce. Like they're nice and like crispy, perfectly juicy. Like I know we're like the last people on earth to be saying this, but like you need an air fryer. They're unbelievable. Get yourself one if you don't have one.
So we are excited for Kenna Bridge of Spirits.
And
now,
air fryers.
This could be old news by the time this goes live for everybody, hopefully on Wednesday. But, I mean, we're recording this Monday night because my kid had a Black Sabbath concert last night, so who knows. I can't look Amazon. We didn't buy it. I don't know. Like, I am scared. I'm scared that the review embargo is late for a reason.
It kind of gives me Cyberpunk vibes, and it's not going to be that much of a train wreck, but like that's, I don't know. I think it's going to be fine. I don't think it's worth.
Yeah, unless it's a freaking catastrophe, I'm going to be playing this tomorrow. So yeah. Or yesterday, as you're watching this, we're recording it Monday night. Sean, speaking of games we want to play, what have you played this week?
I've played nothing but
hell yeah,
Castlevania. Grimoire of Souls.
By the way, I played some more today, and I got through almost all the skulls in the first world. And once I leveled up my character, the second world, it's not that bad.
No, I'm through the second world.
Oh, look at you, big shot. All right, let's talk Castlevania.
I get it now. I think I fully understand more or less what things do.
We shouldn't both take a sip at the same time. Okay, so Castlevania Grimoire of Souls is an Apple Arcade game that I think originally released in 2019, only in Canada for some reason.
Yeah.
I think what happened is that Konami wanted to do a mobile Castlevania game with all the microtransactions and all that crap. And then they said no for some reason, because Konami is the devil until they announced Metal Gear Solid Remake. And then they put it on the shelf, and they've been hyping it up for the last month or so, and now it's out on Apple Arcade, at least in the U.S. I don't know about worldwide. If you're listening to us outside the U.S., God bless you. I am shocked at how much I like this game.
Yeah, it's not really... It's more of a mobile game than I was thinking. I was expecting an old school, just linear 2D Castlevania game. I did not know it was going to be this format, but this makes sense. This is what you would expect out of mobile, iPad, whatever Castlevania game. It was definitely a little overwhelming at first. I mean, we've only had it 3 days, but I feel like I get it.
Have you figured out the freaking parchments?
For the most part.
Well, okay, tell me.
So,
okay, what up? Yeah.
So you get them just in levels.
Right.
If you do a summon thing to get new items, and you get something you already have, you get 100 parchments of it.
Okay.
With those, you can either... See, that's one thing I don't know. If you go to, like, upgrade equipment, you can...
You got that?
Yeah, I got that, luckily. Just on
son of a...
So, see, it keeps track here. So, I'm not sure what happens. Like, I've got it, and I think once I get another 50...
Then you can upgrade
maybe
more.
that's what... Maybe that lets you do the limit break.
Okay.
Not limit break, but
by
limit
the way,
break.
no, but they you can upgrade your weapon to a limit break in this game, and I can't believe that limit break is not copyrighted by Square, right? Copyright.
Right.
Right.
But anyways, what I've been doing is in the shop, there's two things you can do. You can go to the shop and this astral attriment, I'm probably not saying that right. You can go to breakdown. Break it down. You've got your 5-star stuff, your 4-star stuff. I wouldn't touch those.
Okay.
But anything that's 1 to 3 stars is pretty much garbage.
Break it down like Jericho.
Yeah. So you can go through all of these and you can like trade them in.
For what?
For this stuff. Now it takes a lot, but I just earlier today I got up to 50,000 and I used the 50,000 to buy, because I had to, Alucard's sword.
Oh my god.
So now I've got 2 5-star weapons. So you can do that, or, which I don't think is worth it, you can also go to summon Parchment Fusion, and you can also kind of... This is
what I don't understand.
You can also kind of trade them in here, where I can do 300, and I'm like, I don't know, let's do 8 of those, and you get up to 300, But all it's going
okay.
to do is give you a random 3-star
drop,
or 4-star or 5-star item, and it's like, I just don't think it's worth it because you make it crap. So I would just do this thing.
Okay.
I finally used. I was up to like 40,000 of these crystals. I eventually just summoned, and then turned in all the crap that I didn't want. I had enough to get to 50,000, so I bought his weapon, whatever. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm digging. Ooh, I gotta do my dispatch.
What the hell is that? I don't have that.
Really? Yeah, you probably do. It's where you can like send people on a mission. It's just like a passive like.
It's like Peace Walker.
Basically, yeah. You can just be like, go do this material search. It takes 3 hours, and it shows. I've got these 3 already on one. I can add those 2. Ideally, you want to have all those stars lit up, but they're close enough to where it'll probably be successful, and then they're off. And it takes 3 hours for like a short one or 6 hours for a long one. But yeah, Castlevania Grimoire of Souls. It's a lot of fun.
Where?
Dispatch. Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, it's still telling you how to do it. You haven't done it yet. Because there should be a super mission, whatever it's called, that says, yeah.
What up, Dracula?
And then, so there's 3-hour ones or 6-hour ones. Prepare. And then you just add people to it. You can probably get there with like 2. Like Simon's really powerful, but see, you're still kind of short there. And I don't know.
I never use anybody else.
I think if you,
okay,
yeah, so that should be good enough to succeed. I guess if you don't send enough people, it could fail, and then whatever, you try again. But yeah.
So I will say, we have not had a new Castlevania game since 2013, right? Lords of Shadow 2 was 2013 or 14, I think.
Has it been that long?
I think so.
Ugh. Konami.
So
I will say,
I cannot believe that we're even talking about an Apple Arcade game.
So the thing
this podcast,
is,
but that tells you how much fun I'm having with this so far.
I like it a
too.
lot. Yeah. The funny thing is, it's still so
mobile.
Yeah, but it's just so Konami to like. You've got this game. I'm sure Apple paid him a pretty penny, whatever. But there's no microtransactions, so it's not like they did it just to make a quick buck. But like, it looks good, at least for an iPad game.
For a 2.5.
It's fun. Like, you could have made this game and not had it be quite so mobile of a whatever. Like, you could almost do, I mean, it's kind of sort of like a, I wouldn't say a roguelike, but like, there's something there that I think could work as just a standalone game.
And the concept is super cool.
Yeah, like this wouldn't work just on PS5 the way it is. Like, this is very much a mobile game, but I wish Konami just make a normal Castlevania game. Give us another like Metroidvania Castlevania game.
Well, we'll talk about that here in a minute. But, well, a lot of minutes. But the thing I wrote down here in my notes about this game is it feels like it's halfway between a mobile game and a real game. There's no microtransactions, but the grind is still there. Like, you can tell that when they originally made this game and released it in Canada.
Yep.
Eventually I'll be.
I got you.
You can tell that they wanted this to be like, ooh, you got these gems in this, but if you want to pay us $25, you can get this many gems.
Well, one thing I'm very, very thankful for is this seems like the kind of game that could have had like a stamina bar kind of thing, where every time you play level, it takes 5, and they gradually replenish through the day, and they don't have that. That would have turned me off. I would have just been like, ugh, I'm done. But this, like, you can just play and play and play and play
like
and play,
Dr.
and play,
Mario
and play
World.
as much as you want. Yeah. So I'm so thankful for that, because that would have just totally screwed it up.
But like, when you were just going through that, I don't remember if it was your iPad or my iPad, but it was saying like, it was like, ooh, Simon Belmont, ooh, and he's got more stamina than Alucard, and I was like, what?
Really?
Yeah. What stamina has nothing to do with this game, and that might be something that's left over from the previous release. But anyways,
Yeah, that's weird.
right now I will say I like this game. Thank you for that. Better than Axiom Verge 2.
It's not even close. Yeah.
Right. And I would have never thought, like, especially like I have my thoughts on Konami. It's been 6 years. I'll never get over it, but I have faith that they will do the right thing. They did the Castlevania Anniversary Collection, the Contra, the arcade classics, whatever it was called. They've been re-releasing old games. They put this game out. I think Konami is finally starting to be like, wait.
They're starting to see the light, I think.
We are one of the OGs when it comes to video games, especially side-scrolling 2D games. Are you kidding me? Like, not even taking Metal Gear into account. Between Castlevania and Contra, you have two of the biggest IPs ever, and two of the longest lasting IPs ever. So the fact that this game came out and I didn't play it and was just like, this sucks, makes me so happy.
Yeah.
Other notes I have. So Alucard is now not Alucard. His name is, spoiler alert, Genya Arikado.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't die. I guess that's why. He just was like,
He's just like,
my
I
name's
need to
not
change
Alucard
my
anymore.
name.
Yeah. And I'm going to dye my hair black.
He's emo.
Yes. Did you get Bloodstained vibes from this game?
I get it from...
You don't got to look at that. I'm going to win
curious.
by 100 points.
I get it from the not
dialogue.
the cutscenes, but
Yeah.
the way they talk, the art style, like the game itself.
It's 2.5D.
Yeah, it's very Bloodstained-y. But if this originally came out in 2018, 2019, did this come out before Bloodstained?
Bloodstained was 18.
It was 18? Okay.
That's how old we are. Somehow Bloodstained Ritual of the Night came out 3 years ago.
Wow. But yeah, definitely
so basically
Bloodstained vibes.
The whole premise of this game, correct me if I'm wrong, is that a grimoire. Did you ever know what a grimoire was?
I did.
You did? Okay.
Because Final Fantasy 12.
Oh, I got to play this freaking game.
There were things you could get, and one of them was called a Grimoire Togale, which I always stuck in my head. Grimoire Togale. Togail. Grimoire Togale. I'm like, what is a grimoire? And then you get some other grimoire, and they're always books. I'm like, I guess a grimoire is a book, and now this has confirmed it. But yes, I have heard the word grimoire before.
That's so weird. So basically, you show up in this game, you're Alucard, hundreds and hundreds of years after Symphony of the Night, one of the hardest things I could say. And then you meet a girl named Lucy.
Yes.
Who is like, help, Mario. And she says basically she is her people. I don't trust her, by the way.
No.
I don't know if we'll ever. I don't know that I'll ever get far enough
also
to figure
Bloodstained.
it out. Yeah, exactly. Dominique.
Dominica.
But Genya Arikado, however you say his name, Alucard, meets up with Lucy, and she's like, hey, I found out this this magic that I can send you into these grimoires, and you can go to fight through these different books with different characters. Alucard, Simon shows up, Maria, Charlotte. I don't think I've seen Selma Cruz yet, but they mentioned him, so he must be in there.
He's in it, but I don't have him yet either.
I don't know who the girl is with the long black hair.
She's from
one of the GBA games.
Yeah, there was something she mentioned.
They mentioned Richter.
What?
I haven't got Richter yet.
Oh.
Did you get him?
No.
Okay.
What are the GBA games again?
Area of Sorrow, Circle of the Moon, and another game.
She mentioned something like the tribe she's from or something, and it was a word from one of the GBA, or maybe aren't some of them like DS too?
Yeah, but I don't think they're as good as the GBA games.
Yeah, but there was a word she said that, like, I'm gonna look it up. Castlevania games.
But so basically, the premise of this game is you go talk to Lucy. You go into these books. You don't have all your powers because you're going into this book whenever it was written, whatever.
Order of Ecclesia. I think it was that. I think she's like an Ecclesian or something. I think she dropped, so I'm guessing she's from that game.
Cool. But you go in there, you go into the book, you fight through it to kill the monster that's keeping these bad guys alive. Eventually,
Shanoa, that's her. I mean, I don't even know. I guess that's her. This looks terrible, but yeah.
I assume at the end of this that Lucy, who is supposed to be helping you, I will say, I think she's screwing us over. I think her whole goal is she's getting you to do something in these grimoires that will actually resurrect Dracula, and then you will fight him and you'll kill him and he'll go back down for 100 years, whatever.
Yeah.
The music in this, at least I played through the prologue, World 1, and I've gotten some of the way through World 2. The music is remixes of awesome old Castlevania songs. I've heard Vampire Killer, Bloody Tears, and then Vampire Killer again, which was weird, but the music is awesome.
Yes.
You can break walls. You don't get wall meat. The only thing you can break, there's no, oh, you do?
In one of the, so remember the order?
Trials, whatever.
The order where you had to fight the bat, but it's like really, really hard. That's like a weekly thing. And so I guess today or maybe yesterday.
It resets.
I think today it reset. So now it's a new one. And it's not just a boss fight. It's just several levels kind of strung together. But now whenever you break a wall, there's wall meat in there to replenish your health. So they do have some wall meat.
Okay, but in the main game, there's no way to replenish your health, right? That I've found.
No, I don't think so. No. Because they're all all the levels are like little.
They're short, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them have.
And you get so much HP, you should not need health. And you can continue if you die, yeah.
Yeah.
I wrote down here, it does feel, it's more action focused, but it still feels like Castlevania. It feels like, no, well, it kind of feels like NES Castlevania brought to a new generation, but way more action focused. Like you can jump, you can do multiple attacks in the air, you can juggle enemies. You can do like Alucard and Simon obviously are very melee focused. Then you've got Maria and Charlotte and whatever the girl's name is that are more magic focused. Mm-hmm.
And bird focused.
Well, yeah, I have not played with the bird lady yet, but it just feels good, and I'm shocked. And again, so we've been playing it on our iPads with our DualSense, and it just feels good, and I'm shocked.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely going to be on my top 10 for the year. I don't think it'll crack top 5, but I mean, an Apple Arcade game I feel like should have no business being on my top 10, and it's absolutely going to be.
But it feels like Castlevania. It looks like Castlevania. It sounds like Castlevania.
It smells like Castlevania. It tastes like Castlevania. But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
What do you think about the graphical style? Have you found any skin? Like, do you actually find skins for Alucard?
You can
make
buy
him look
skins,
like
but I don't think you can. Go. But I mean, not buy like with your gold.
Okay. But can he look like Alucard?
I don't
like
think
actual Alucard.
I don't think it's anything where you can ever like there's Simon. I mean, you just see a picture of him, but like in fine blue armor. Okay. But like I don't think you can get
so
like
it's all 2.5D.
Yeah, I don't think you can buy other than like the loading screens where you see them like.
Well, when I see that, I'm like, can I just
put it in the
that?
game?
Yes.
Yeah. But I don't think it would work with like because everybody does like combos now, and I feel like you could always create new animations for them and stuff, I guess. But
one of the other things I do like about this game is that it has. I feel like if this wasn't on Apple Arcade, I would hate this part of it. But the replay value, if we were doing this in a Versus episode, oh my God, Detroit. If we were doing this on Versus, the replay value is super high. Because, no, it is. I'm going to say what I said a week or two ago. I don't really like what I've become. Oh, there's.
I really wish I could get. Yeah, like this is the kind of game that I'd be like, I would absolutely go for a platinum on this.
Yeah,
but alas,
welcome.
I don't think Game Center has platinums.
Welcome to the family. No, they definitely don't. But like, the replay value is kind of built in there. So every level you go through, there's 3 objectives or achievements, whatever you want to call it, where it's like beat all the enemies or find this target.
Beat it in under 3 minutes. Get all the treasure chests.
Don't
use this character.
Use
this type of weapon.
Oh, what the hell is a dark weapon?
All the weapons have different. You can have fire, ice, holy, dark.
I don't think I have any yet.
Electric and
boogie woogie down.
Something. I think there's 6. But when you're choosing your levels, there's a little icon next to it, and if you choose a weapon that has that element, whatever, it does a little bit extra damage. But yeah, those are the only times I tend to use like Maria and all the other ones. Like if they happen to have a weapon that meets that thing, I'm like, well, I guess I got to use them because I don't have a say dark weapon for Alucard or Simon or whatever.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah,
but this chick does, so I'm going to use her just so I can beat this level, so I can check that box off.
So do you take your red gem things and level her up before you do it, or do you just whatever?
I do, at least to the point, as much as I have to actually get her to be able to do some damage.
Right. Okay.
But yeah.
But yeah, so the game is built in with replay value. Like I said, you got 3 achievements. They can be 15 different things. If you beat them, really it's just for bonuses, but there's some levels when you get so far in one string of levels, you have to unlock all 3 achievements to be able to go to the next level in that string to beat the whole world, whatever. But yeah.
Yeah, they're like optional levels.
Right. The only thing I don't like about this game, other than it doesn't have trophies, is the voice acting. Do you play it on mute?
Sometimes.
I did. I was listening to Knockback today with Colin and Dagan talking about freaking Attack of the Clones, which was painful enough. But the only thing I don't like about this game is like, ha, he, ha, ha. And then if you dodge, he's like, oh, this way. I'm over here.
I'm over here.
I'm over here.
I'm over here. I'm over here. Yeah, it gets a little annoying, but we're nitpicking.
Yeah, but I would say I'm not going to give a score because I don't even know how to score a game like this. But I am so pleasantly surprised. And again, it's been 6 years, but I'm starting to get my faith back in Konami. I don't know that the Blue Point thing is ever going to go through. Whether Sony buys them or not, as long as they remake Metal Gear Solid and it's not an Xbox exclusive, I'm fine with that.
Right.
Any other thoughts on Castlevania Grimoire of Souls?
No, it's a lot of fun. If you like Castlevania games and you've got, I feel like you need, so you can play it on Apple TV, you said. Mm-hmm. I would not play this on an iPhone. But if you
iPad or
get,
Apple TV.
I guess if you had an iPhone, because they make like the little controller attachments where you can almost turn your phone into like a Switch.
Even then, it's
something
so
like
small.
that would be okay. Yeah, but like this is a game you absolutely have to play with a controller. But if you have an iPad or an Apple TV, you can pair your DualSense. You can probably pair lots of controllers with it. But it's definitely worth it. It's a lot of fun. It's Castlevania with kind of a mobile twist to it. But check it out.
Yeah. Sean.
Yes.
Play anything else?
That is all.
You want to get news of the week?
Let's do it.
All right, Sean. This comes from Eurogamer. So there was an Nvidia leak about a week ago. I feel like this happened like right after we recorded.
It did.
But we're going to read through this from Eurogamer. There's been a lot of stuff that's happened since then, but let's go through this. Again, this comes from Eurogamer. God of War, Final Fantasy VII Remake, you okay?
Cold chill.
And BioShock 2022 have all been named for PC in a leaked list of titles data mined from Nvidia's GeForce Now, the intriguing list includes numerous upcoming games, some which, by the way, not some of which.
Some which, yeah, that's wrong,
are announced for PC and others which have not been formally announced at all. Nvidia has acknowledged the leak as legitimate, but told WCCFDEC that the titles were, quote, speculative and, quote, used only for internal tracking and testing, end quote. Inclusion on the list is neither confirmation or an announcement of any game. So basically they're saying...
I don't buy that.
Yeah. With that in mind, it's worth having a look at some of the games listed. It's interesting to see that the heavily rumored Grand Theft Auto remasters included here. What? How do these people not have a freaking editor? With entries for GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. Quote, BioShock 2022 is also mentioned, though while there is a new BioShock project in the works, Eurogamer does not expect it to arrive next year. So Colin said on the podcast this week that he has heard that there is a chance that whatever BioShock, he doesn't know if it's a remaster or remake of the first one or it's BioShock 4, that there is a chance it could release in 2022, so it kind of lends some credence to this, but whatever. Project Cortez from Infinity Ward is also mentioned, which seems likely to be Activision's Call of Duty for 2022. We'll talk about that here in a minute. Numerous PlayStation projects are also mentioned, including the recently confirmed Uncharted games and the yet to be confirmed for PC. That is so many dashes.
Yet to be confirmed for PC.
God of War, Demon's Souls, Gran Turismo 7, Returnal, and Ghost of Tsushima. In parentheses, there's no mention of Bloodborne, Spider-Man, or The Last of Us. Make of that what you will. And
parentheses.
Yeah. PlayStation has itself confirmed more of its games will launch on PC in the future. We expect to hear confirmation of some of these in time. Microsoft makes a list with an array of upcoming projects such as Machine Games' Far Off, Indiana Jones game, Avowed, and projects Holland and Typhoon, which Windows Central's Jez Corden has confirmed to be accurate codenames for Fable and Contraband. Halo 5 Guardians is also listed, which prompted a speedy response from Bungie to set expectations. Quote, maybe this was for H5 Forge, but I can confirm there are no plans to bring H5 to PC. Brian Jaran wrote on Twitter, We know there's some demand for it, but as we stated before, not in the cards as the studio is fully focused on Infinite and MCC. We'll never say never. We'll never say never. We will never say never, but nothing underway currently, end quote. Other games mentioned include the expected Resident Evil 4 remake and Street Fighter 6, plus entries for Titanfall 3, Half-Life 2 Remastered, and Tekken 8. As Nvidia says, it's worth taking everything on the list as speculative until confirmed, but it's also clear there are some real unannounced projects here, and that this is a real embarrassing slip-up from Nvidia. Also, with the RE4 remake, did you see this in the PlayStation trailer? We didn't talk about this last week, because I don't think this came to light before then. And that the stupid thing that kicked off what's called
Showcase.
PlayStation Showcase. When they're walking through a door, over on the side of the door, there's a logo that's from RE4. So some people are thinking, holy crap, did PlayStation actually get RE4 remake as an exclusive, or at least a timed exclusive or something on console? But I don't know. So Sean, like we mentioned in that rundown, Nvidia has says that the list is real, but it is speculative. 343 has said that they have no plans. Yeah. They have no plans to bring Halo 5 to PC. By the way, am I crazy? I could have sworn. All right. James John. Isn't Halo 5 on PC? I am so confused because
I have no idea. I would have thought so, but I don't know.
I'm so confused. Also, I think everybody hates Halo 5, so I don't know if anybody really wants to play it on PC. But we got to assume. So we know Uncharted's coming to PC. God of War is going to come.
Yep.
What else is there? Let's go back down. Demon's Souls makes sense. Gran Turismo, I don't know that I believe that. Returnal makes sense. Ghost makes sense eventually. What do you think about this whole leak? There's been other... I tried to keep track of everything that came out of this and the denials and all this. By the way, the fact that they mentioned the whole GTA remasters makes me happy. But also I'm like I think I said last week, I don't think we're going to get these until November next year. Now, the GTA 5 got delayed for current gen until March, but What do you think about the Nvidia leak?
I don't know. I think the fact that Nvidia acknowledged it and just said, no, it's legit, but it doesn't really mean anything, gives me hope that it's true, as opposed to them just being like, I don't know what this is. I don't know where you guys got this. We've never seen this before. So, plus, like you said, I mean, they've named some things that we know pretty much are coming, like the GTA game. I mean, we don't know that, but it's kind of substantiates it. Yeah. And like Street Fighter 6, RE4 remake, stuff like that. So I think it's legit. I don't know. To me, there's nothing like super crazy. Like if there was like Bloodborne 2 or something, I'd be like, but like, I mean, there's nothing in here that I'm like, oh my God. Like none of it's that.
Well,
I mean, BioShock 22, I guess, is the closest thing.
That's
that I'm
the one thing that I'm like,
yeah,
holy crap. I mean, we know there's another BioShock in development, but we don't know if this is the one from, what's it called? Cloud Chamber, I think. We don't know if it's that or if it is a remake of one of the first 3 games, whatever. Just seeing BioShock 22 is like, holy crap. That gets me over the moon.
Yeah.
I don't care about anything else because I can play all these PlayStation games on my PS5.
Right.
But it's just so weird. Like, oh God, I need somebody in the comments or something to let me know about Halo 5 because I could have sworn that the MCC on PC let you play Halo 5. I could be completely off base, but I thought that was for real. So I don't know. But also Half-Life 2 Remastered. Yes. And Titanfall 3, I haven't played Titanfall 1 or 2, but people are super hyped about that. But yeah, Half-Life 2 Remastered in a friggin' heartbeat. I would pay I would pay $70, $80, $100 for that in a heartbeat on my PS5, not PC. Hey.
Yeah.
Next up, Sean. Kind of old news if you've been paying attention, but in case you haven't, the latest PS5 software update has gone live for everybody, not just beta testers. This includes UX enhancements, including better trophy tracking.
Thank God.
Thank God. Oh, yeah. My man is welcome to the family.
Such a better system. I mean, I haven't even been back on my PS5, but I've seen the pictures of it and stuff. I'm like,
right.
It just makes so much more sense.
The fact that you used to have to go like home, go down, and then it's like, we'll show you 3 or 4 trophies, and then it's like, oh, here's these news stories. No, just let me go to my freaking trophies and see it in a list like I could on PS4. It was so much better that way. Also, if you are on PS4 and you have a PS5, you can view PS5 trophies on the PS4 now. Also on the PS5, PS4 and PS5 games now show separately. This is good, but it's like also if you know I'm downloading or I'm installing the game on a PS5, I don't want the PS4 game unless I tell you.
You should have to go out of your way to get the PS4. Yeah.
Halo 5 is 100% not in the MCC. MCC is 1, 2, 3, 4 in reach. Thank you, James. Also, John says, I think the Master Chief Collection on PC and Halo 5 isn't a part of that. All right. So you guys are smarter than me. Thank you. Let's get you guys to host. I'm being 100% serious. I'm not even joking. John, we would love to have you on the podcast. You can now do 3D audio for built-in TV speakers, and the M2 SSD expansion is finally live. Did you see this video?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so PlayStation on their YouTube channel, they put up a video of how to install the M2 chip, or the M2 SSD. But the reason it's so cool is they show a PS5 that is completely translucent like the N64.
Really?
Yes. And it's like, oh. And it looks so freaking cool. And everybody's like, can I please get just like a freaking transparent PS5? That would be awesome. What else? You now have equalizer settings for your Pulse 3D headset. I will say I'm happy about that. I like my Pulse 3D headset, and we'll talk about it again a little bit later. But I do think the EQ is a little bit off sometimes.
I haven't had any issues with it, but I would be curious now that I can tweak some of the settings. If
James,
I'm like,
I know you're ready.
oh yeah, that's better. But I've never really had a problem with it.
PlayStation Now will allow users to choose between 720p or 1080p. I just PlayStation Now sucks. Like it sucks. The one time I tried to use it, I was playing MGS4 and it was like I would move my stick and be like, huh? Like they don't need to give people options for their streaming quality. They need to fix the freaking service.
Yes.
And make it included with PS Plus.
I do think we'll get there someday. I don't know why we're not there yet, but I think we will.
Because Sony.
I mean,
yeah. There were also some enhancements made to Remote Play and the PlayStation app on your smartphones. There are also customizations for gaming and social experiences. One of the big things that people were super happy about, but I honestly never got annoyed by this.
Yeah, I don't understand all the fervor around this.
There's a lot of fervor because you can now turn off the notification on your screen when you take a screenshot. I like it there because I know that like my share button worked.
Right.
Because there's been times when I would click that button, I was like, oh crap, and I'd be like I'd get two notifications, but I was like, oh, okay, well at least one of them worked. Like I like to take screenshots, I like to share stuff and everything, but I like to know that it actually freaking worked. If that thing doesn't pop up on the screen, I don't know that it actually took the screenshot. So I don't know why that is such a big deal with people, but
yeah.
Again, when we talked about this when the beta came out, it's good that Sony is doing this stuff, but I feel like honestly everything in here should have been there a year ago.
It should. Well,
I mean, almost. you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Sony's kind of like Apple in that it's kind of ridiculous sometimes where there's a feature that they get so much praise for bringing to an iPhone when it's like, why wasn't this on like
we can do wireless
2
charging.
years ago? Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I'm happy for all these. I mean, some of them I don't care about, but there's nothing here that I don't like.
There's nothing bad. Right.
So there's that. But yeah, some of these probably should have been there a while ago.
Yep, I agree. Better late than never. Last item on the news list, NPD released their results for August 2021. When it comes to software, well, I can't ask you now. Number one, surprising no one. We all complain, not we, but you all complain about Madden. I bought Madden for the first time in 3 years, and I had a great time with it, as I've said for the last month or so. And not shocking anybody, Madden 22 debuted at number one on the U.S. sales charts. It's already number 4 year to date.
It's pretty good.
You didn't do the free-to-play weekend, I guess.
Yeah.
This is the really shocking one. Number 2 is Ghost of Tsushima, which jumped up from number 110 to number 2 when the Icky Island and the Director's Cut came out this past month. That is insane.
That's
I wonder if
awesome.
that has ever happened before. 110 to 2.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like a new game, right? It's not like all of a sudden people just decided to start playing Ghost of Tsushima again. They got it because there's this new thing out. So people started,
So,
I don't know.
Will Death Stranding jump up from number 546 to 2?
No, maybe to like 13, 14.
No, it won't. It won't be that high. Number 3, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Number 1 year to date, of course. Number 4, Humankind. This was a PC-only release by Sega, which is a big deal in the PC community. Obviously, it was the best-selling PC game of the month. I think I've heard of this, but I don't know what it is. But I'm like, yay, Sega. But also freaking Sega, get us freaking Say it.
2. Oh, Sonic Mania 2. I don't know. What 2 are you talking about?
My name is Beer. I have the virus.
Coronavirus 2? We don't need that.
Who's the main character? Named the beer.
Corona? Oh, Crusader?
Yes.
Okay. Oof.
I will go to my grave hoping for Crusaders NT2. But whatever. Number 5 was Miles Morales. Number 6, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I can't believe that the Switch doesn't have a 1-to-1 attach rate for that game yet, but whatever. Number 7 was Skyward Sword. It was number 1 in July. It dropped from 1 to 7 because the game sucks. Number 8, Minecraft. Number 9, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Number 10, MLB The Show 21. It is still number 2 year to date, not counting any sales, Game Pass or otherwise on Xbox. Shout out to Ghost, I guess. Shout out to me for buying Madden.
You've got to finish that game.
Yeah, but so tomorrow I'm going to play Kenna. I'm going to beat that. I'm going to play Death Stranding. And then I'm going to play Metroid. And then I'm going to play Horizon to get ready for West. And then that's when I'll play it, I guess. I don't know. You got the platinum, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It was easy?
Nothing was difficult about it.
Yeah.
It's kind of long. James, how's your platinum coming in Ghost? It's so good. Even if you don't get the platinum, it's such a good game. It was almost my game of the year last year.
So James says he wonders if it counts the director's cut and the OG games as one game in the metrics for Ghost. Yes, it does. Yeah. John says Humankind was PC and Stadia release. I know Stadia would have accounted for about 6 sales.
Touche.
When it comes to hardware, Switch, of course, was number 1 in units sold. The PS5 was number 1 in dollars sold. The PS5 is still the fastest selling PlayStation console in history after 10 months. Also, this was the best August when it comes to hardware sales since 2008.
That's interesting.
I think we talked about it before, but I think that's when the PS3 got the price drop from $600, get a second job, to the redesign thing, 2 years after, and that would have been 3 years after the Xbox. The Xbox 360 probably had a price cut then as well. So that's whenever I see 2008 pop up, that's what I think of.
Yeah. That was when I got my PS3.
For free.
For free.
That's correct. Sean, now it's time for the wrap-up. Sean.
Time for the wrap-up.
I wish you would just I wish you didn't have your iPad so I could say stuff like, Sean, do you know why God of War Ragnarok is going to end the Norse saga?
Because trilogy.
It's because trilogies can take up to 15 years now, according to Cory Barlog. Basically, what he was saying in a couple of interviews this past week was that it can take, the first game took 5 years to make. This is what makes me worried.
What's a 2 game? Is it just a bilogy? A dilogy? Trilogy, quadrilogy. A bilogy?
You can do a tripod or a quad pod.
Or a bipod. You can just walk.
Yeah, so it's a biology.
Oh, God.
Quad pod. We're about to go record Zelda after this. We're a little loopy. No, but basically what he's saying is the first game took 5 years to make. In the interview, the one I was going to say before you completely got me off track was that what he says is, and he says this next game is going to take about the same time to make. Well, okay. God of War took 5 years. It came out in 2018. This, so far, is supposed to come out in 2022 as Ragnarok. But if he says it's going to take about the same time, that could be 5 years. I'm not 2022 is busy enough. If we got to wait one more year for Ragnarok, I'm okay. Well, not actual Ragnarok, but the game Ragnarok.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. But I think he might be kind of hinting that, like, this is going to be March or April 23 is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But also, if you compare it to the original trilogy of God of War, it came out 2005, 2007, 2010. That will
crazy.
never happen for another trilogy of a big budget quadruple A game. It'll never happen again. Firesprite recently acquired by... Oh, James is right. Duology. He's right. Not a biology.
A duology.
James is right. Thank you, James.
Sounds right.
Firesprite, recently acquired by PlayStation, is supposed to be working reportedly on a brand new Horizon VR game. Not a VR mode for Forbidden West or Zero Dawn. A brand new VR focused game that they're working on. Okay, yeah, I'm going to buy this thing.
Yeah. That's what you wanted, right? You want
I want
titles
AAA.
on your
Yep.
VR.
I hope it's true. This past week, THQ Nordic did their 10th anniversary stream where they announced the following. Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobed. It's just horrible. Has been announced as coming out for PS5 Series, Xbox consoles, and PC. It also leaked like a week before because Sony posted it on Twitter. Just like Bluepoint, which has still not come true.
Yeah.
Outcast 2 was announced for PS5, the Series consoles, and PC. Jagged Alliance 3 is coming out for PC. SpongeBob. I don't know. SpongeBob, the Cosmic Shake, was announced for console and PC. MX versus ATV Legends was also announced. I think that, other than like Destroy All Humans 2, that's the one I care the most about, was MX versus ATV. Also, Superpower 3 was announced. I feel like THQ owns they own so many studios and so many IP that, like, this is what you came out with?
Yeah.
You know? But Digital Eclipse, who did the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection, which I will hope you will agree, is the best fighting game release of all time. Arcade perfect ports of every single game.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Digital Eclipse is in discussions to remaster Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Castlevania, the Advanced Collection, has been rated again, this time in Taiwan for Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Just announced this freaking game. Oh, no, that's why. But you know what? You know why I'm never going to play Ghost? Because this is going to come out, and I'm going to be like, well, I'll play through all three of those.
But yeah.
What?
I mean, I'm just as guilty of it as you are. But you're like, oh, I guess I can't play this really good game because I've got this other really good game to play. But you could also just be like, well, I guess I'm not going to play that really good game because I've got to play this really good game.
I have 4 kids doing 4 different sports. Like, I just don't.
Liza's doing a sport?
Dance, gymnastics. She's doing 2.
Wow. Okay.
Yay.
Yeah.
But I do think, obviously, this game is coming out, and I cannot wait. So you've played...
I haven't played any of these.
Okay. That's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. The Nintendo Switch is getting a price cut in Europe due to currency exchange rates and the upcoming OLED Switch launch, the SWOLED launch. But Nintendo has, quote, no plans to cut the price of the U.S. version of the base Switch. The fact that this thing has been out for 4.5 years and has not had a price drop,
I mean,
I
still
like
selling.
on one hand, yeah, I'm like, good for you, but also, what the hell, you know? I guess they avoided the price drop by doing the light, but
yeah.
so yeah. Also, speaking of the Switch, they did a firmware update that finally allows the Switch to have Bluetooth audio. 4.5 years after launch. And also, it was always in there. They just had to be like...
I really hate Nintendo. I mean, I don't even care, but like, what a bunch of crap.
It's like how I feel about Apple. I hate Apple and I hate Nintendo, but I love them.
Yeah.
You know? Tales of Arise has sold over 1 million copies in less than 1 week, the fastest ever for the series. When I've heard Colin talk about this, it's a JRPG, but it's almost like an RPG mixed with a fighting game. Yeah. So I'm like, I may have to...
A lot of people talking about it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, 1 million in less than a week, that's pretty good. Anthony Mackie will be starring as John Doe in the Twisted Metal TV show. The Pulse 3D The Pulse 3D headset will be available in black next month. It's up for pre-order now. It's sold out already. I'm a little bit annoyed. Are you?
Because now you want it?
Yes. But I got a white one. I got my black controller now. I got the white headset.
And then when they come out with a black PS5, you're going to be like, well, I got to get that too.
They're going to do fins. They're going to do their own fins and everything. But
yeah.
Balor. But yeah. Wipeout Rush was announced for mobile coming out 2022, but it's not what you think it is. It's going to be a card-based management. You are basically the manager of a Wipeout team. Why?
What?
Why? Yes.
Oh, I mean, that's dumb, but I missed the part about mobile. But
yeah, but still, like,
but, I mean,
it's so easy
stupid
to just go like, okay, you just put gyroscopic controls and you go, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, it's made for this thing.
That's true.
It is true. Call of Duty 2022 will apparently beat Modern Warfare 2. I will go back on what I said a couple weeks ago. I want to play this game. There's rumors about where it's going to be placed and everything. I'm not going to talk about it here until it's actually revealed, but it seems super cool, super controversial. I really liked
Will
Modern
they
Warfare.
release a remaster of Modern Warfare 2 with this game?
They already did. No, but the rumors are that they've already got Modern Warfare 3 remastered done. It's just
really
sitting there. They just got to be like, push it to PS and Xbox stores. This is the longest wrap-up we've ever had.
You're almost
Guardians of the Galaxy has officially gone gold. I want so badly to want to play this, but it's like... It's almost like Square Enix doesn't believe in this game. Because it's just like, hey. You know what I mean? Like, I want to play this, but I don't want to play this. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I have no interest in it at all, but it seems like it should be good, but I'm good.
I mean, maybe it'll be a 94 on Metacritic.
Maybe.
Speaking of Metacritic, Battlefield 2042 has been delayed 1 month until November 19th.
Why, speaking of Metacritic?
Because it'll probably be well reviewed.
Oh, okay.
Also, speaking of not reviews, delays, Dying Light 2 has been delayed again. It was supposed to come out December 7th after supposed to come out 2 years ago, and then last year, and now this year, and now it's February 4th. So February gets even more crowded. I don't care. I didn't play the first one. It's the first one's supposed to be really good. People are excited for this, but I'm not. We got some updates on Gran Turismo 7. The single-player mode will require an internet connection to combat cheating in the game. There will also be real-time weather, improved Gran Turismo Sport damage model, cross-play between PS4 and PS5, but they're not talking about PSVR support yet. Ren and Stimpy.
Who cheats in a single-player mode?
You like to play GTA to just be like...
Well, yeah, but
also, who cares?
But they put codes in the game.
But who cares? Right, who cares?
Well, yeah, I guess maybe it's more about who cares than... Yeah, but whatever.
Well, speaking of whatever, Ren and Stimpy are coming to Nickelodeon's All-Star Brawl. Are you excited? I am so...
I think it's cool that they're doing this.
I want to get codes for this game so bad. You know, just...
It would be fun.
I
This
feel
is
like
not
it's
a
just gonna
game
be
I'm
such
going to
a
get,
crap show.
but
Yeah.
I think it would be fun.
And last but also least, Little Big Planet 2, 1, 2, and 3 are having their online services shut down on PS3 and Vita. They're not having them. They've been shut down. There's been a lot of hacking going on and everything. If you're still playing Little Big Planet 1, 2, or 3 on PS3 or Vita online, God bless you. But I feel like this affects 10, 15 people.
Probably.
But again, if it's a vector, like Colin said on the podcast this week, if it's a vector for people to try to get access to the PSN, you got to shut it down. Like, no one's playing these games.
Right.
No one, or if they're playing them, they're not playing them online, you know?
I would hope not.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this episode of the Two Player Co-op Podcast. Thank you all so much for being here. This has been episode 253. Sean and I are going to go get back to our Zelda Let's Plays. But until the next time, Schwan,
Schwan.
go ahead and take us out.
Thank you for playing.